Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today. I am in the beautiful city of Orange, California, and I am at the Orange Circle. It's a historic shopping district. It's been here forever and a day. Filmed a bunch of movies down here. Had the famed Orange Theater that's now a church. They filmed That Thing You Do down here. They filmed a bunch of movies down here. But we're going to cover some of the national news, show you some of the sights down here, and show you what this old historic district looks like. Before I do, please take a second to like the video. Please hit the subscribe button, share it with all your friends and colleagues, and let's get into it. First things first, it's a great story out of Texas. And Texas, as you know, in the winter had a real problem with their grid shutting down and having problems with excessive charges for heat and excessive charges for power, loss of power, people freezing. It was just catastrophic. Well, now the big problem in Texas is that these people that contacted their power companies and were sick of the inflated prices during the cold spell insisted that they get a deal on their electricity. A lot of these people signed up for different rebate programs, and a lot of them agreed to have, quote, smart meters put inside their houses. Sounds like a good trade. Only problem is it's an antique store that's open, but it's just closed today. Give an idea. That's that record store behind me, Mr. C's Records, where they shot That Thing You Do, and they turned it into the appliance store down here. You got the old pub. But what the power companies are doing now is they're using those smart meters, and they're demanding that people set their thermostats at a certain level. You cannot change it. Now, in other words, you walk in your house, it's hot, and you want the AC blowing, you can't do it. It will not budge, it will not shut off. They're controlling it from their offices. And it's kind of ridiculous, guys. I mean, these people have no control over their heat. No, gotta be honest with you, one thing that I love about living by myself is if I want to leave the TV on or have it too hot or too cold, I can do whatever I want. So there's that. Now, the problem is that these people have no control over the thermostats. So it's 84 degrees outside. They're trying to cool their house down. Can't do it. Can't do it for days on end. So it's been a real problem. How do you guys feel about this? You guys think it's fair? I think it's ridiculous. But this type of regulation, they say, is coming to California. So they shut this area down to driving, and it's kind of nice because you could eat at the restaurants here and walk around with a drink if you wanted to during the pandemic. And but that's, will it open again? I think they should keep it closed, so we'll see. The next story comes from the great state of California, and you can file this under You Can't Make This Stuff Up. And that is that they are seriously considering extending the rent moratorium right now. And the reason for that is that they want to give help to low-income people that did not pay their rent. So what they're actually thinking about doing, a lot of places are open, Boss right across the way is brand new, but they're thinking about extending this, and they're thinking about supporting this. Hey, thanks for your service, guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
They are thinking about extending the rent moratorium so that they can pay the rent off for low-income people. Now, what's unfair about this is, what are you going to do about the average family that beat their brains out over the last 15 months and paid their rent? They get nothing? That's what they're proposing right now. So low-income people will get all their rent forgiven in the state of California. It's put together by our governor, who, what do you know, is facing a recall. And I don't know, maybe that's a kind of an election ploy. What do you guys think? I can't even do this with a straight face because it's so ridiculous. Place across the street was that was a big antique store, which is done. You guys can see that over there. And this is a historic district. So if you build down here, you gotta build within the guidelines and their rules and stuff like that. So you've got all these different country places to buy furniture and antiques and stuff like that. And it's nice because the bars and stuff they let have these outdoor areas open. But what do you guys think about that? Extend the rent moratorium, pay off the rent for the people that are in low-income areas. I'm shocked about this because I think it's absolutely criminal that they're doing it and thinking about this. I just think it should be every man for himself at this point. That's what I think. Share your thoughts. I really want to know what you guys are thinking about this. Now the next story is from Market Watch, and it's from the one and only Ray Dalio from Bridgewater Associates, who had a great story about how he said the Fed cannot tighten interest rates without having negative effect, massive negative effect on the economy. And we saw it on Friday when they hinted that rates were going to go up, and they lost control. Monday, they talk about how it's not going to happen, so the stock market shoots up 550 points, and we're supposed to sing Kumbaya, and everybody's supposed to have a party. So, guys, this is going to have serious effect on everything, and great story from Mr. Dalio that people have a tremendous amount of respect for. For those of you that have been down here before, Rod's Liquor used to be right here, and they converted that to a restaurant, so it'll be really interesting to see if it's successful or not. It was closed for over a year while they did the remodel during the pandemic, so this will be interesting to see if it holds up or not. But the liquor sign's still open, so it's kind of nice. People are out enjoying the afternoon. They've got this big section blocked off by the circle where you can eat. You've got the Earth Cafe, the Starbucks, the Felix, the Cuban Cafe, and you know, a few places that did go out of business down here. It's, you know, but overall the circle's done pretty well. So barbershop is just closed right now, but you know, I was sent a story about Albert Pujols, who joined the Dodgers. He was let go in May, kind of a tumultuous thing here with the Anaheim Angels, and he wasn't doing that well here. And he went to the Dodgers, and the Dodgers gave him an incredibly low contract, $420,000 to play professional baseball for Albert Pujols, but the Angels are stuck paying the remainder of his contract, which is $30 million for this year. So Albert Pujols is getting paid $30 million to bat .263 and hit a bunch of home runs for the Dodgers right now. So this place is closed. The cellar is done. A lot of the antique shops shut down during this time, and they're remodeling this area. They wanted to do a lot more restaurants down here, but how do you feel about that? Do you think it's kind of funny that a sports team is stuck holding the bill for Albert Pujols to have him go hit home runs and game-winning hits for a crosstown rival? I think it's hilarious myself. So you can't make that stuff up. The New York Times has a story that lumber prices are going down and inflation is not a concern anymore. And the story will be in the video description below, so you can read this nonsense. But they're saying that, you know, inflation with lumber shot up because people had stimulus checks, and with their stimulus checks, the do-it-yourselfers went out and remodeled their houses. Now, again, I know builders that couldn't get product. I know large-scale construction companies that couldn't get product, couldn't get fasteners, couldn't get things to complete jobs, couldn't get nails, screws, but it's the little guy. The New York Times is actually blaming the little guy for this. They're saying that stimulus checks are what set this off. So, again, who believes this stuff? Who makes this stuff up? So there's no inflation to worry. It's all over with because lumber prices are going to go back down. Now, whether there was a shortage or not, it sure seemed like there was because nobody could get anything. And the lumber yards couldn't get anything. And lumber yards were buying lumber from people. Remember that story from a couple months ago I told you guys about where lumber yards were going to construction sites and paying people to pick up their lumber? Yeah, that was for the do-it-yourselfers, guys. Who believes this stuff? I'm telling you, who reads the New York Times? You know, I had it delivered for like a couple months, and oh my gosh, what a joke at this point. Okay. Anyways, maybe I'm showing my West Coast vibe, but share your thoughts, guys. I just think it's preposterous. This is the Army Navy store that was in That Thing You Do, where Ethan Embry is walking out with a new jacket and Liv Tyler walks up and hears the song on the radio for the first time. This is where they filmed that. You guys, if you've seen that movie, it's kind of an iconic scene in the movie where they're all jumping up and down and then they run to the appliance store and everybody's singing the song and having a good time. That's where they filmed it, right there. This place is great. They've got a live band across the street right now. They've got this new place called the Potting Shed. All these different plants and stuff out here. Kind of cool. Herbs and tomato plants and all these different little things out here. That's kind of cool. Plus you got places to sit. Speaking of food and places to sit, the beautiful Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas has just announced that they are opening up their buffet as of July 1st, 2021. You're going to get to see the buffet open again, and it's crazy. Weekday prices are going to be like $45. It's going to be like $65 on the weekend. But does that interest you guys, going to the buffets again? Vegas, saving some money and getting the cheap food. That's what I was always into. I thought it was great to eat there at midnight and go to those places. You can see the places behind us. But anyways, share your thoughts, guys. Will you be heading off to Vegas? They're saying that a lot of people are there. They're sure not spending a lot of money. So the whales are not back gambling, and we'll see. We'll see a 4th of July. This would be the test. It's going to be so hot out there, but we're going to see if Vegas does anything for 4th of July as far as numbers and people and things like that. You know, overall, there's been very few places closed. The coffee place on the end here, this whole block basically is done. And doesn't surprise me because I was told it wasn't that good. So, okay, coffee place is done. You can rent this for your own coffee place in downtown Orange. Call me, I'll give you the number. Nice, you got the fountain in the center. Places to sit in the shade, hang out. It's really nice, actually. This brings up such a great story, and this is going to have legs to it for days and days and days. And that is the one and only Michael Burry, who was made famous by Christian Bale in The Big Short, has decided that he's going to be shorting all the cryptocurrencies and the meme stocks, the AMCs and all of them, okay? There's a great article that will be in the video description below talking about how once leverage got involved with all of this, with cryptocurrencies and the meme stocks, and the amateurs got involved in it, it was time to get out. And that people have no idea how much leverage people are playing with right now. And with that, with not knowing this number and not knowing how extensive it is, it's ripe to get destroyed. Now, I'm gonna hear Michael Saylor just bought $400 million worth of Bitcoin. Fantastic. I'm sure Michael Saylor needed to buy Bitcoin because Bitcoin was going to tank. And I'm sure Michael Saylor is going to be telling the whole world to be buying Bitcoin right now. So please don't send me the Michael Saylor's the smartest guy in the world emails and I'm an idiot. I just don't want those right now. But Michael Burry, Dr. Michael Burry, is a brilliant guy who you should take a look at this article. Why is he getting out of this? What is the reason for that? Why does he think that cryptocurrencies are a fool's play? Is he a fool? Come on, guys. This guy is the guy that figured out that the housing market was overinflated and was going to crash, and was the first one that basically created the credit default swaps and bet against the housing market. He's betting against you guys in crypto. It is insane. There are people out there that invested money into cryptocurrencies, and these guys, one guy had a $20 investment in cryptocurrency, woke up and his wallet said he had $1 trillion. $1 trillion. Now, again, this guy's an imbecile because he went out and bragged about it. It's in the press, and I'll find the article and we'll discuss it later. But who the hell would tell the IRS that you had $1 trillion? Hello? And by the way, he did this with a $20 investment. So it's so preposterous. It's so convoluted and so ridiculous. And you know, what happened to the NFTs? How come that's died off? Okay, tell me that. You know, the NFT craze bit the dust really quickly, it seems like. You're seeing all this stuff right now with Elon Musk and with Cuban and all these people that are having all these different problems with cryptocurrencies, and no one seems to want to elaborate on any of that. So share your thoughts. I'm sure you guys will. This last story is from the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court just issued a ruling that athletes, mainly athletes in the NCAA, can be compensated for their participation. Okay? Now, they said it was very restrictive what they were, how they were limited to pay and limited to given certain things. Now, think about this. Some of these kids that play college sports will never play pro ball. Okay? That being said, it's kind of sad because these people, you think that, oh, they're going to go make millions of dollars. Some of them don't. All they have is their likeness in some of these college cities with their name, their image, and they need to be able to sell this, sell shirts, sell different merchandise, and just be able to make money from it. So the Supreme Court said it was an antitrust violation, which is beautiful because there's going to be so many more lawyers coming out and suing as a result of this, and you're going to have people that are going to be able to sue that were denied making money in the past. So it'll be interesting to see if you're going to be able to buy shirts and things like that from these kids in the future. Nice part of town, sunny day. You know, the street's closed, so it's kind of nice. Just want to remind you guys, don't forget to like the video, hit the subscribe button, share it with all your friends and colleagues. And don't forget the Patreon is below, the email's below, all the social media channels. And what else? I'm trying to think of what else. I guess that's it. Onward and upward. We'll see you guys soon. A lot of cool stuff coming this month and next month that I will be sharing with you guys. So if you guys ever get a chance to come down here, there's a lot of great places to eat. Check it out. See you soon.